to Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that? And the father goes shamefully, that's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully, Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry. Got hurt. Not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help. And remembers, freeze.
The media?
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn?
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means is Knucklehead Comics and Show is in the building.
On fucking time, baby. Made it during the intro. Woo!
That's right. And we got G.I. Cap in the building. What's going on, Cap?
Not much, man. What's up, guys?
Chilling, man, chilling. Yo, I don't know, Show, if you saw Daredevil, but there's give me a second, I gotta sneeze.
Go ahead, sneeze as I answer. I'm not going to be able to talk about the last episode, but boy, those first two I watched. Woo! We got a new mayor, y'all.
Yo,
but go ahead.
Word. For anybody that's watching this show, after the podcast, there's two episodes premiering tonight's show. So you get 3 to catch up on. But before we get into that, we always got some fucking news. And Cap got a rant because people's is fucking up.
Yeah, so, guys, you know here on the channel I play D&D. I love D&D. It's something that I can do forever. And I'm so into it, especially like being a GM or whatever. I can drop at any moment, play a game, run a game, whatever. It has now come to my attention, though, that Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, the bigger company that owns Dungeons & Dragons, for some reason, they have decided to try their best to fuck this whole thing up. Now, the 2024 Player's Handbook came out, which was actually well received. The new rules that they implemented are actually fucking dope. I bought it just so that I have access to all the new rules. When I make characters and play other places. They have the thing. There's this new weapon mastery system where because you're a character that is a martial class, which means you fight with weapons, you have mastered the weapons that you have. So if you have a certain property, certain weapon with the nick property, you go to swing. Even if you miss the swing, you still connect and do some little bit of damage because you mastered enough to not miss completely unless you roll a 1. Where if you're a character that's a spellcaster that's not normally fighting with weapons, you don't get mastery with that weapon right off the bat. So you don't get all these extra shits. But every couple of levels, you get to take feats. In the feats, there is the weapon mastery, which means you can start out not knowing shit about the weapon and just using it base. And then as you level up, you then gain mastery over the weapon, which unlocks the other shit that the weapons can do, give you advantage, give everybody disadvantage, do whatever. And like that system is really fucking good. The player's handbook came out, everybody liked it. The DM manual came out, everybody's saying that was pretty decent too. But they're not selling. The products are not selling because Wizards of the Coast keeps fucking shit up. And the big new problem is despite the fact that the game is seemingly dying out, if you go by sales, the big problem is the head honchos wanted to do something which is a VTT, virtual tabletop, which means if we played and we used the VTT, you guys would be able to see the map, see our minis. We can move the minis. There's little spell effects. So if they're like, oh, I cast a fireball, little fireball shoots out. You see the dice rolls, all that good shit. Well, the idiots didn't understand that a virtual tabletop is exactly what the fuck it means. It's just a tabletop. It's just a representation. So you don't have to use theater of the mind. They wanted this motherfucker to be like a video game, like Fortnite, to where there was a constant revenue stream where you have to do microtransactions and get other shit. Well, guess what? That failed because one, the video tabletop actually it works 90% with D&D Beyond. There's 10% of it that doesn't work at all. If you're not using D&D Beyond, none of it works. The requirements for you to fucking play it, you need an actual fucking mega graphics card in your computer to play this shit. I don't even think Toe has a graphics card strong enough to play it.
Probably not.
Don't you ever disrespect Toe like that. He got the 4060.
Yo,
My bad.
what graphics card you got right now?
The 3070.
Yeah, no, this is what's the next one up?
The 4070, but we're at the 50s right now.
Yeah, they needed the 51.
The 5090?
Yeah, that's part of the requirements. So, now, here's where this is all getting fucked up. They wanted this to perpetually generate money. Well, it's fucking Magic the Gathering, a game you could play with theater of the mind, a game we can play right now where nobody has anything in front of them. And the tabletop, I don't need my guy exactly. Or so what they were gonna do is like you have your guy, and then if you pay $5, you can change his pants to blue. Well, who the fuck gives a shit? I could just say my pants are blue.
Yeah.
And just move this shit around for free. I don't need to fucking do this. So they fired 90% of their fucking workforce for the for the video tabletop, citing that the shit doesn't work, that it's not making them the money they thought. They are literally trying to get this game and trash it. And I'm now stuck because I want to run a game with these new systems, with the new rules, just to show you guys how cool D&D is. But then a part of me is like, yo, I want to fucking run Valiant. I signed up. I don't have the thing in front of me, but I signed up for a new version of E5, last year's thing, with a whole new rules. It's similar rules. It plays the same. I want to try that shit. There's a new fucking thing, Daggerheart from Critical Role. A shit that I bring up here. That might be a little too advanced for everybody here, because it's like real. Their system is completely different. But I'm fucking stuck because the shit that I love, the only thing that I'm actually willing to say on this planet that I love, that it's not blood related to me, they're trying to fucking kill it, like idiots. And I don't know what to do.
More fucked up than TNA firing girl can. Nah, I hear you, and that's the thing about these fucking companies is like that money makes the world go round, and everybody wants to be fucking greedy. It's like we made some shit. Like the people who made Dungeons and Dragons made some shit so a community can come together, people can have fun and use their imagination. And these people are like, well, how can we make money? We made money during COVID, hand over fist with this shit. How can we make more money? We make something that's dope, but now everything is microtransactions, and we're leading into that shit more and more through everything. And at one point, people are just gonna have to start fucking paying to play a game that they paid for every time they pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like imagine you buy $140 game and every time you start the game you gotta pay to play it. That's fucking ridiculous.
I feel like I'm sorry to interrupt. I feel like the whole world is going that way though. Well, now we stop paying for cable, that's all together, and we paying for 3,000 fucking subscriptions, which is the same. But go ahead, my bad. I didn't want to interrupt.
That's the truth. Instead of for paying for cable altogether, we pay for separately.
Microtransactions. Everybody's leading that way.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I did have a question for well, not a question. It was a statement. You kind of reminded me of what happened with MCU, where, well, I'm listening from what I listened from you guys. You sounded like somebody owned MCU that was trashing it, and y'all wanted somebody to actually buy it and take the product to another place. Like it sounds like the person that was doing that to the MCU is doing it the same thing to your Dungeons and Dragons. Because you guys used to talk about somebody that was trashing the MCU. I don't know who it was.
I think you're thinking of Star Wars.
Okay, no, because you used to even say the guy's name when y'all called it the something MCU. What's his name? Steve? I don't know. You had a name.
Oh,
I don't know if it was a producer.
Oh no, I think he's talking about DC, the Snyderverse.
The Snyder. Isn't that something? Yeah, it was something I hated the way he made it.
Was yeah, I think it was it had to be DC, the Snyderverse, because that was with the Flash and Justice League and all that other shit.
Is this Sony? Because every time that person touches something, y'all get pissed off. Oh, he gonna ruin it. Like I can't remember his name, but every time he touches something, y'all get pissed off. Nah, if he's gonna make it, I don't want it. Like I remember. Bro, it's crazy.
That's Vin with Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Word.
But my bad. I was just putting my 2 cents in.
The only thing I could think of like that is
who's Ari?
Lucasfilm and Star Wars.
I think okay. Talking about Ari.
Who?
Mr. Loki was saying he thinks you're talking about Ari. I don't know who.
Oh, Ari's the producer. He's the producer of the previous MCU film. So like the X-Men, the Fox X-Men and the Sony Spider-Man and shit like that.
That was another fucking thing that we hated, the way the X-Men was going.
There you go. I think it was the whole Sony thing.
Well, for some reason, everybody's trying to just get as much money from as many things as possible without understanding why things made money. So, perfect example with D&D. In 2020, when the world ended because of the pandemic, D&D made $1 billion fucking dollars. It was the most profitable it's ever been. And the fucking bitch in charge, sorry, I know it's a pejorative term, but the lady in charge said that D&D was under-monetized. How the fuck is it under-monetized? You just made a fucking $1 billion while the world was dying.
Yeah, that's $1 million with a B.
and nobody was making money.
They were making money.
Jeff Bezos.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the only one.
Who's James Fahey or something like that?
Kevin Feige.
Fahey,
the one
something
that-
like that. Who's that?
He's the one that's
he's
doing the
guy who's in
MCU
charge
right now.
of Marvel.
Yeah.
That's the see. I'm getting the name. That's one of the niggas. Yeah, I don't know if you like him or he took over, but whoever was before him, yeah, I used to hate him.
So Kevin Feige's also doing Star Wars now, right?
No, that movie's not happening.
Oh. Well, Kevin Feige, he's doing the DC. No, that's
James Gunn.
James Gunn, but he's
Right.
doing Marvel, and we were trying to get Kevin Feige to get these movies that were fucking horrible on track because I think he allowed
See,
to do it.
you on track of what I was saying. Keep talking.
More specifically, I think Bob Chapek, who was the overall head of Disney, who was putting in all these stupid ass requirements for Marvel, that was the bigger issue at the time.
Bingo. It kind of reminded me of that. That's all I was. I'm sorry. Yeah, we sidetracked it. I just needed. Yeah, I brought my memory back.
No, we had. I mean, this is all similar shit because, again, it's all about money, and it's weird. The fucking, I could pick up a book, that's 3rd edition D&D, or matter of fact, I have right here sitting next to me, Pathfinder, which is another variant. It's another game like D&D, right? We can fucking play Pathfinder right now. I have everything I need to play Pathfinder right now. You don't see Pathfinder sitting there fucking in trouble. Fucking D&D, they hit big with Baldur's Gate 3 as their main deal. The main moneymaker for Dungeons and Dragons was Baldur's Gate 3 last year. How the fuck is your main moneymaker for your game a video game? There's something wrong here. But anyway, this isn't the Dungeons and Dragons channel.
No. This is the comic channel. You go ahead and do your rant. Gee, don't be scared. I did want to ask you. You never spoke about the movie. I'm sorry. I was trying to stop you before you changed the stuff. Was the movie okay?
Dude,
Which one?
yo, now I know for
Can do.
sure that you don't work here, show.
No. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss sometimes. You do what?
So we did a review of the movie.
I know, but we can't make conversation on a review. I'm trying to make conversation.
Yes, the movie was there's the one that was in 2000 that was fucking trash, and then there's the new one, Honor Amongst Thieves, one of the best movies when it came out at, what was it, 2021, something like that. Honor Amongst Thieves is a great fucking representation of D&D. And if you know D&D, you could tell where they added, like where fucking Nat 20 roll is, where Nat 1 roll is, where different shits in the game is. And it has one of my greatest fucking moments. Anybody who's ever played knows that the counter spell has some of the best fucking lines. I'll tell you right now, Critical Role has a thing where in their first campaign, they're fighting Vecna, the main, like one of the main villains of D&D itself. Right? Same dude that's in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
One of the characters is like, fuck, all I can do is move here. And that's it. I end my turn. And everybody's like, damn, that's all you're going to do? And like, yeah. Vecna goes to do something, and that character goes, actually, I moved here so I'm within range of you. Counterspell, bitch. And fucks up the whole shit. It's one of the greatest things you could do in the game. And in the movie, the lady's doing a time stop, and everybody freezes. And then you see the dude come out, and she's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I counted it." He's like, "I figured out how to counter."
Huh.
Like, it's one of the greatest fucking. If that was a wrestling, match, that would be the moment where everybody pops.
Yeah.
So the movie was great.
It was funny.
There was gonna be a fucking TV show based on the books. That would have been awesome. Joe Manganiello was gonna do a documentary and produce the TV show that they wanted to do, and all of it fucking has gone down the drain because they think, D&D, Wizards of the Coast, and again, it's more Hasbro. Right? I'm more mad at the parent company. Hasbro were more excited to do My Little Pony and Transformers tie-ins to the VTT like it's fucking Fortnite than putting out a product that actually works for the intended purpose of people who just want to fucking play Dungeons and Dragons.
And that's why you can't smoke on a hydrogen bomb. No, but yeah, it's fucking pathetic how you went from this one thing that was just made to be fun, and then you ruin it by adding all this shit. Like, you could pay for this, you could pay for that, you could pay for that. It's like, damn, like they ruined 2K because of that shit. You have to buy your coins to get better. You have to fucking buy any kind of style, just to fit in the park and shit. Everybody wants to follow suit, monkey see, monkey do, but you made $1 billion during COVID for something normal, and now what? You ruined it.
Yeah, speaking of the fucking video game, last year's game, I haven't even touched the My Faction, so I don't know what the Persona cards are looking like right now, but last year's My Faction game, or My Faction mode for WWE 2K24, if I wanted to buy one Persona card, which means it's an extra version of the character that's not already in the base game, I would have to spend upwards of $200 to get the amount of VC just to get the one fucking card. I'd have to spend more than I paid for the game to get a 2000 version of Booker T or the Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Or I could just play the mode. Okay, I didn't know that they were coming out with the fucking Big Papa Pump shit until after I saw it online. Then when I went to go get it, I missed out on a specific card I needed from fucking 4 events ago. So I can't go back and get that card to fucking then go forward.
Fucking stupid.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. I got a call and it just came right back. It was perfect.
Damn, Cat looks like he want to beat someone ass over Dungeons and Dragons. Sometimes you gotta beat somebody ass, Damien.
Yo,
It's called passion.
I don't know if you guys, what do you call it? If you guys seen us play here, right? But when I say that is truly the one thing outside of blood relation that I can actually say I love, you don't understand how much. If you knew how much creative shit is just spinning in here, and I literally get to just empty all that, sitting down for 3 hours, telling a story with some friends. I played a 3-hour session where we had a battle of the fucking bands. I just sang Backstreet Boys, Metallica, and whatever other fucking song I could think of for 3 hours. Singing songs, rolling dice.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I went to Comic-Con and played with the creator of a Broadway fucking production of D&D. and had a fucking badass time. Vin had the fucking joke of the night. When I was like, oh, I'm a bard, and the dude was like, oh, can you sing on key? Vin pull out his fucking keys and like, stand on this, so you can sing on the key.
There you go. We got one thing. Fucking magic.
Yo, I got to play in PAX 2 years ago, where my character, just one of the girls who was also playing, like she was saying her character was about to panic, and I turned one simple thing. I just looked at her and said, hey, don't panic yet. I was like, I'll tell you when to panic. Look to me, and I'll tell you when to panic. And that turned into a whole little mini story that when something happened and we all fucking disappeared, she did a callback to that shit. And it was a fucking great moment at the table. Like, so much good shit happens when you play. My cousins want to fucking play it. My oldest cousin Claudia, shout out to Claudia. Mama Bear there. She likes playing it. She likes going to the, what do you call it? The 20-sided tavern. Like in a world where everything looks like it's going to shit. Everything's about fucking money and bullshit online status and fake fucking personas. And we got idiots running the fucking country, trying to make Canada the fucking 51st state. That is a world in which you control, you have nothing but positive fucking outcomes. You sit around for a little bit, you forget about all this shit that's going on, you have fun, you come up with the fucking story, you live through catharsis. Anyway, somebody else say some shit, man, because I'm about to run out and punch a baby in the face.
Word.
And that's approved by Ray. Ray told me I can do that.
Yes, he did.
Hey, if you ever want to play again, I'm available. I'm sorry. Just wanted to put that in.
We're gonna take you up on it. On lighter news, Jack Rayner, you know who Jack Rayner is? The actor?
Who?
Jack Rayner?
Not by name.
All right. Well, let's look him up because this is one of the show's favorite actors, and you don't know where he's from. He's from Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Okay.
The Secret Sculpture. Well, he looks like fucking Clint Eastwood's son. Well, good news for you, since you're a big fan. He's gonna be the new lead in the Mummy movie.
Oh, I know who this dude is now. That's the dude. That's the dude who told fucking Mark Wahlberg, like, oh, I can date your underage daughter because we've been dating for 5 years before I became older.
Okay.
Yeah, he had the whole fucking law, and is the weirdest scene in the fucking Transformers movie. Motherfucker pulled out the law. He had it laminated in his back pocket.
Yeah. All right. Quick question.
Who's he playing again?
He's just been casted in the Mummy.
Okay.
In a fight to the death, who wins? Omni-Man? There's another one of Omni-Man's species that is like fucking brolic. Superman, Thor, Doomsday, Blue Marvel, the Century, or fuck is his name? Is it Adam?
Superman.
So the guy that's like nuclear power. He's all blue. He has the red star on his chest from DC.
There's the Atom, but he shrinks as Atom Smasher.
All right.
Could be...
Wait, all right. So Conquest, Omni-Man, Superman, Thor, Captain Atom.
Captain Atom, yeah.
Yeah. So Conquest is, I guess, the main guy from Omni-Man's the planet. Omni-Man, Superman, Thor, Captain Atom, Century, Blue Marvel, and Doomsday. Fight to the death. Who's winning that?
are we allowing Doomsday to regenerate? Or once he dies the first time,
I
we're
guess
taking him off the field?
once he dies the first time he's out. I guess.
Superman.
Omni-Man has probably more of a killer instinct than Punisher. So in a fight like that, he's not sticking around to see who can go toe to toe and who's gonna. No, he's gonna find the quickest way to fucking end the fight.
See?
And if we're taking Doomsday at just that one death, Doomsday's gone easily because Doomsday's not difficult to kill. He just regenerates, and the way you killed him last time is no longer an option. So he can be killed easily. Superman's a bitch. He ain't gonna fucking.
Hey,
I mean,
that's my
come on,
choice.
and somebody with a killer instinct, he's not gonna do shit. Captain Atom, once you split open that suit, he dissipates. Because he's just really like nuclear energy store, so he's done. Blue Marvel and Sentry are strong. But again, Blue Marvel doesn't have that killer instinct. And once Omni-Man finds out that Void exists, he's gonna zone in and kill Sentry as fast as fucking possible. Who's the other one? Did I pretty much get any?
The other Omni-Man, the basically the Thanos from the Omni-Man's country.
Yeah, I have to assume that that Invincible has beaten that other dude.
Yeah.
And if Invincible can beat that other dude, so can Omni-Man. So he's not a threat. Just like Zod is not really a threat for Superman. So did I hit everybody?
Yeah. No, Thor.
Oh, Thor's done too. Because Thor can't. Again, Thor can die. And Omni-Man, again, he's a motivated killing machine. Like, you got to understand the difference between a fighter and a killer.
Yeah. I mean,
like, that's the difference. That's like saying who's going to win in a fight. The Navy SEAL who's trained to neutralize a target as fast as fucking possible, or the MMA fighter who's been training Muay Thai. Like, if this is a street fight, good luck, because he's trained to put you down quick. Like,
all right, so in the comments, a lot of people are saying Blue Marvel. And according to this guy in this video, he said that Captain Atom has the same powers as Mr. Manhattan.
Yeah, but he's got to be contained in the suit. That's the weakness he has.
I would ask you to humor me and give me the best power, but I don't want to prolong your conversation.
No.
No, Captain Atom is essentially nuclear power. Doomsday is his best power is adaptability. So we kind of take him off the board because of that. Superman does have his strength and his energy absorption of the sun, but that can be easily get around if there's kryptonite or whatever. Sentry's biggest advantage is his worst advantage in the Void. Blue Marvel? I don't know. I actually don't know enough about Blue Marvel to see what his weakness is.
He's black matter, right, or some shit negative.
Yeah, he's some weird offshoot sciencey term, but again, he doesn't have that killer instinct, right? And it's a lot harder to fight somebody who doesn't give a shit about dying when your first instinct isn't to kill.
It's like fighting Mike Tyson back in the day.
Yeah. Who Trying to see if I hit everybody again this round.
All right, so all right, he's
Thor.
superhuman. Good.
Thor's biggest thing is if you drop that hammer, like he's good with a hammer, but you can outfight him. Like the Hulk has outfought him, and if the Hulk can outfight him, Omni-Man, who's got a tactical fucking killer mind, is gonna outfight him.
Yeah. All right, so Blue Marvel. He's superhuman strength and durability. He can incredibly strong and durable, can withstand immense physical force. He has flight, energy manipulation. He can harness and project massive amount of energy, capable of feats like powering Coral Danvers' binary form, which is said to have the energy of a star. He has heightened senses and advanced reflexes, making him a formidable combatant. His intelligence, he's a highly intelligent scientist possessing a PhD in theoretical physicist and having taught physics at the University of Maryland. His weakness, the unstable matter slash antimatter element, neutronism, is capable of harming him, likely vulnerable to magic.
There you go. He's unstable, which Omni-Man doesn't have to worry about. He doesn't have to worry about his own stability. I mean, did you guys see this motherfucker push his son through a train of people?
Yeah.
So
come on.
he's like Thor then. He abuses his own kids?
No,
Not Thor, Thanos, sorry.
imagine Superman without any morality. He's pretty much like that.
Imagine Hyperion with the okay of thinking, oh, his way is the correct way. Because you can talk to Hyperion sometimes and like get him to be like, nah, man, you're wrong here, and he might listen. But imagine his ass unleashed, going, oh no, he's 100% right. Now you know who Omni-Man can't beat. The one person he can't beat is the vessel for the demon and the leader of the hand, Punisher, Frank Castle.
So here's the thing though, like watching the Invincible cartoon, the Viltrumites, Omni-Man and whatever Thanos, whatever his name is, they are tough, but they can be killed. And when they had the invasion of the other Invincibles from the other dimensions, a lot of the heroes and villains killed him. Some were stronger, some were weaker, and shit like that. Now, Superman, if this was one of those things where this is all out, I think Superman could kill Omni-Man and the other guy just as easy as they could probably kill Thor. Because, you know, like, you put your hand through their chest, they're dead. And that's happened more than a couple times in the cartoon, at least. I haven't really seen anybody put their hand through Superman's chest with, you know, his durability and shit. Now, apparently Captain Atom is fucking super OP or whatever the fuck. But if Sentry turns into the Void, who can stop him?
See, that's the thing, right? If Sentry turns into the Void, there's a big fucking problem on that battlefield. But I believe Omni-Man can get there and neutralize him before that happens. And again, the only reason I'm picking Omni-Man is because outside of a Zack Snyder film, which it has been proven, if we're going by all shit here, you can snap the neck of a fucking Krypton. Of
Yeah.
somebody from Krypton.
And you
So
can
then
snap the neck
therefore-
of
Huh?
a. You can snap the neck of Asgardian.
Yeah. So if you can snap necks, like Kryptonite is useless, and Omni-Man is just as strong. He has just as much strength. And again, it's that killer fucking instinct. Like, is Superman really gonna snap this dude's neck on a whim? Is Blue Marvel really gonna kill this dude?
No.
Doomsday is gonna definitely try to kill him. But I don't think Doomsday's enough, because everybody could stop Doomsday, at least, especially in the first iteration, right? The Void is going to be pretty tough, but again, he has to get to the Void, right?
Yeah.
We're not saying if he starts out as the Void, I might have to give it to the Void, but
So one of the things that this guy was saying, that Sentry, he has the power of 1,000,000 suns, and he would essentially just charge Superman.
well, are they? I thought they were all fighting each other.
No, everybody, yeah,
And you said he would charge Superman?
yeah, like charge him up, power wise. The Superman can of the sun. And shit.
I mean, if we're gonna team up like that, then all right. But again, Omni-Man is going to know. If that's the case, Omni-Man's gonna know. Oh, I gotta take that motherfucker out. Like, he's gonna just have an even bigger target on his back if he's trying to play
Word.
support.
Take out the power. Or take out his power.
Shit, what about Gladiator?
See, here's the thing. Gladiator might give him a run for his money, right?
And Blue Marvel rearrange matter?
I think
It wasn't in the power list that I gave her.
not in a way that
Like Dr. Manhattan.
yeah. Like, he's not gonna spaghettify somebody and fucking bring him back. Because if that was the case,
Then he wins.
yeah,
Just everybody's dead.
yeah, then Blue Marvel alone could then everybody. If that's the case, everybody's got to be mad at Blue Marvel for sitting back and letting Thanos snap half the fucking universe because he want to get his dick sucked
Yeah.
without doing shit about it. That you got to fucking yell at Blue Marvel for letting Doom beat the shit out of the Beyonder, steal his power, take Battleworld, and fucking like this motherfucker can stop anything at any time.
So this guy is saying that everything that Dr. Manhattan can do, Captain Atom can do.
Not really. Captain Atom is just a nuclear fucking. He's just a nuclear reactor.
It's like in my head, I'm like, if he was really like Dr. Manhattan, Superman wouldn't have fucked him up in Injustice. Because that was one of the people that were like, yo, there's a 72% chance that he could beat Superman. And Batman's like, you better recalibrate those machines. Not when he finds out we got his fucking father. All right.
Yeah.
So Captain Atom's powers stem from his connection to the quantum field, granting him abilities like energy absorption, energy blast, flight, invulnerability, quantum senses, super strength, time travel when overloaded with energy, and the ability to transform by shedding his silver skin. That's none of the shit that
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan can
Nothing
do.
Dr. Manhattan can do.
Dr. Manhattan literally can blow you to pieces. He shakes your molecules, right?
Yeah. That's Captain
Yeah.
Atom.
Yeah.
You shed that metallic layer right there, and he's pretty much out of the fight. So I'm the Void is the only thing that I think stands a chance in this fight.
Okay, so look, all right. Sorry. Omni-Man ranks amongst the most powerful beings in the universe. He has superhuman strength, able to easily lift immense amounts of weight, tear through virtually any matter, and only continue to gradually grow stronger and more the more he struggles and ages. So he's like fucking Goku.
Yeah, and you just said the one thing why I say he wins. He could tear through any matter. So yeah,
Oh shit. So he can spend weeks holding his breath and likewise can survive the vacuum of space unprotected, allowing for unaided interstellar travel. Omni-Man possesses an immense longevity. This stems from a decelerated aging process, gradually aging slower the older he gets, allowing him to retain his youthful health, vitality, conditioning, and appearance for an incredibly long time. At over 2,000 years old, he has only begun to show signs of aging while still physically performing in his prime. Also, as a Viltrumite, Omni-Man's genetics are so potent that almost completely overshadow any genetics his offspring will inherit from the other parent, making said offspring almost purely Viltrumite themselves. So Invincible's mostly Viltrumite. He's not even human.
yeah.
Shit.
So
Okay,
he
so
can just fly people out of space, kill them.
Yeah, but most of the people on that list don't need to. That's not a concern for them.
Okay.
Now, flying them into the sun.
oh, so I put, can Superman beat Omni-Man? And it goes, yes, Superman could likely beat Omni-Man in a fight. Superman has demonstrated greater strength and abilities than Omni-Man in the past. Superman has moved and destroyed planets. Superman has shown the ability to lift more than 400 tons. Superman has destroyed an entire galaxy with a sneeze. Omni-Man's abilities. Omni-Man is a 4,000 tonner. Omni-Man needed help to destroy a weakened planet. Some say that Superman would easily defeat Omni-Man. Others say that Omni-Man could beat some versions of Superman, but that Superman would likely win in most cases.
Okay. Two things about that. One, Superman destroyed a fucking universe with a sneeze.
The galaxy.
A galaxy with a sneeze. Be it Darkseid, Doomsday, Lex Luthor. Other people have been shown to beat the shit out of him. Lobo, Mongo.
Darkseid.
Like other
Word.
people just Zod just easily beat the shit out of him. But with the sneeze, he can destroy a galaxy. That's the fucking problem with Superman.
Yeah, some people just fucking. All right, let's
and again,
see.
a fight that has a hey. Whoever gets to this stage of disarray first loses. It's different than a fight to the death.
Okay.
What you saying
I
about?
Dead.
No, I was gonna say about Superman. He's not using his powers to the best of his abilities. Like I have the power to kill all these motherfuckers. I don't have the heart.
Yo,
That's what I'm hearing.
If you can destroy galaxy with a sneeze, then you don't even need to kill people. Nobody should be threatening Earth. Darkseid should show up and go, oh, fuck, Superman's here. Nope, pack it up, go home.
Yeah. So Omni-Man might be able to stand up to Blue Marvel's strength, but not his ability to manipulate energy and antimatter in incredible ways.
Again, all this makes sense in a fight. But I know Omni-Man fucking kills. And when death is on the line, there's a different way he will fight that is going to be outside of what Blue Marvel is used to. Blue Marvel is not a hand-to-hand combat expert.
Yeah.
He'll beat him in a 12-round fight, but he won't beat him to the last breath. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think of a way to kill you, bro, in this fight.
Like if you put,
You don't have the heart for that.
if you take a bunch of street level guys that are run the same, and you put Frank Castle in the mix, hand-to-hand fighting, there's an argument to be made that Frank probably doesn't, it will fare okay, but not outdo most of the guys. But the second you put death is the only way out of this, Frank is going to go to a place that they either have not been, will not go, or don't know how to access.
So, yeah. All right, so I looked up can Captain Adam beat Superman? And it goes, hypothetically, in a hypothetical fight, Captain Adam's immersed power and ability to manipulate matter and energy, including kryptonite and red sun radiation, could potentially allow him to defeat Superman. But it goes, Captain Adam is strong enough to beat down the Man of Steel, but it's his invulnerability and other powers that really seal the deal in a fight. And Superman is still DC's most physically mighty hero.
And just look at what you have to say. He has to manipulate red sun rays and kryptonite. But think of this, right? You just said that Omni-Man is akin to Goku.
Yeah.
And there's the fucking thing. Can Superman beat Goku? And there's a 50-50 argument there. So there's got to be a 50-50 argument then with Omni-Man then. Right?
Yeah. I'm going to put can Omni-Man beat Darkseid?
There's only one person Omni-Man can't beat, and I'm pretty sure he can't beat. And that's Squirrel Girl. Yo, did you know? Did you know that Galactus went 1v5 versus Celestials and beat the shit out of all of them?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. He's that fucking powerful.
Shit. So,
and the only one who was above him, the Beyonder.
Shit, and Doom took the Beyonder's power.
Yeah, he had help, but yeah. Yo.
Shit.
The Beyonder made the Living Tribunal look fucking stupid.
Yo, so I did can Omni-Man beat Darkseid? And they put Darkseid has far more superior feats to Omni-Man in the comics. Has no feats that would even scratch someone like Darkseid. But there was another question here. Can Odin defeat Darkseid? And it says Darkseid was stronger, but Odin can boost his strength with the Odin force to make it equal. Durability is basically equal. Intelligence, Darkseid is smarter overall, but Odin is a god of wisdom and battle, so DS advantage didn't really help him that much. So I guess Odin actually did fight Darkseid. Or they're just theoretical.
This is theoretical.
Oh yeah, this is fandom. Okay.
But Odin is more superior than Thor is.
Yeah.
So you put Odin in that fucking fight. Now, whoa, okay. Now that might be Odin.
See, this is why we have these conversations.
Yo, there was that whole theory. Why did Thanos wait so long to get the gauntlet and all the other shit and attack Earth and do all that shit? And the theory is he's waiting for Odin to die because he knew Odin would be able to stop him.
Yeah, I heard that. All right, so now we go from one comparison to another one for DC and Marvel. Now we all know who the Black Panther is, but are you guys familiar with the Red Lion?
No.
So in DC, the Red Lion is a king of his African country. He has tech and all that. But the major difference between Black Panther and Red Lion is
Red Lion's what?
Red Lion doesn't give a fuck what color you are, what country you come from. He only wants power.
I don't fight for black people.
Where Black Panther protects Wakanda and helps out people when he needs to. Killmonger Killmonger only wants to help out people of color. Red Lion doesn't give a fuck. He's a dictator. I want all the power I can get.
What does Red Lion do?
So let's see what Red Lion's power is.
His armor is before you. My bad. His armor I heard is a little. It's almost like vibranium, but not as good. But go ahead. My bad.
No, yeah.
No, add some shit here, man. Shit, you know more about this dude than I do.
I sent the video. That don't count.
No, but still.
It does count.
He looks like him too. Like it looks like a common, just a red version.
All right, so the DC character Red Lion, Matthew Bland, is the president for life of the African nation of Verduna, and is known for being an evil dictator, often hiring Deathstroke for his nefarious purposes. More on his details, his identity, nature. He is portrayed as an evil dictator, contrasting with the benevolent rule of T'Challa, the Black Panther. Actions: he's been known to hire Deathstroke. Relationships with Deathstroke. All right. Claws: Red Lion suit of promethylene armor boasts retractable claws. These claws are also made out of promethium and can therefore cut through extremely dense and tough materials. Red Lion was able to tear into Cyborg's promethylene casing using his claws. So basically the same shit that Cyborg's made out of. He has a suit of armor. All right, so let's see. Red Lion versus Black Panther. The Red Lion is a DC comic character often presented as an antagonist or mercenary who is the antithesis of Marvel's Black Panther, T'Challa.
And Promethium is the name of these substances.
Oh, Promethium. Okay, well, listen.
I looked up the pronunciation, so.
All right, so he is a mercenary that works with Deathstroke. He's considered the polar opposite of Black Panther. He has a suit that is similar to Deathstroke's old armor. Black Panther has a superhero. He is a superhero known for his strength, skills, and Wakandan heritage. He's a skilled warrior and leader. He has superhuman and enhanced senses and durability. He has a suit that allows him to teleport, absorb explosions, and throw energy daggers. So it seems like they just made the Black Lion to be the opposite of the Red Lion to be the opposite of the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I think that's what the video was trying to point out. He's like isn't he the DC version?
Well, yeah, but also in the video they wanted to say he's like, oh, so he's basically Killmonger. It's like, no, Killmonger still cared about colored people. This guy doesn't give a shit about nobody.
Yeah, and the Black Panther could beat the shit out of Killmonger. He could beat the shit out of Red Lion.
Word. Now speaking of the Lion.
Now, He can't beat Snoop Lion though. Snoop Lion is
word. So I wanted to show this: the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man. Now, if you think about this, this is true because the Scarecrow wanted the brain, the Lion wanted courage, and Tin Man wanted to kill the fucking witch. He had a gun to kill the witch. He needs Sarah Connor.
I need I need your hat, your robes, and your flying broom.
Shit, man. All right, one more. Who would win in a tag team tornado style match? Who would win, the Hulk and Thor, or Marvin Manhunter and Superman?
I'm guessing you put Marvin and Superman together for a reason.
Well, it was in the video, but Marvin, depending on who's writing it, Marvin Manhunter is basically an alien version of Superman.
Okay.
Go ahead. I was giving time for Cap to think.
Yeah.
I see him thinking.
I'm gonna go with Thor and
Hulk.
Simply because Thor's lightning can catch something on fire.
Okay.
And then the Manhunter's out.
Because he is deadly afraid of fire.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter's out. And then it's a 2v1. And Superman's going to get stomped out.
Makes sense. Okay.
Not to mention, anybody who knows who knows anything about Superman, they know that one episode where, I got this.
He kept getting electrocuted.
15 times
Word.
in that episode, the motherfucker got electrocuted. And Thor is what? Lightning.
Yeah.
Electricity personified. Again, why I say Omni-Man can fucking win.
Well, no one electrocuted Omni-Man, all right? But, all right, so the next battle. Same rules. Captain America and Wolverine versus Deathstroke and Batman.
Captain America and Wolverine for me. But go ahead.
Captain America and Wolverine. Captain America and Batman fought to a tie. But that's only because the shit that they were in, the tunnel opened up and started flooding. In an actual battlefield, it don't matter how much preparation Batman has or how much of a detective Batman is. Steve's brain is literally wired to think faster. That's why he can throw the shield and bounce it off of shit. Batman can't think that fast. So in an actual fight, his ability with a shield and his unconventional tactics are going to get the better of definitely Deathstroke and Batman. And what is Deathstroke going to do to Wolverine? Stab him? Okay. Wolverine will go take the stab just to claw him.
Yeah.
And Wolverine
Batman's
can go
also
nuts.
Batman is the only human there out of all those superhumans.
Yeah, and if Bane can break him,
break your mother.
Come on, those claws are gonna cut through the hockey pads.
That made me think of something I wanted to say 2 weeks ago. Black Captain America is basically Batman. All his powers, and I was talking about how he was mad that he didn't take the injection. I wanted to mention he's Batman. Batman is all his powers in his equipment. He's human. He might be stronger than Batman. His wings was pretty OP.
Well, so technically Batman's stronger. Because Batman is trained to above Olympic level capabilities.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's actually like a power grid that tells you So like I think Daredevil can lift like 800 pounds, right? Like that's his mark. I gotta see what the power level is for Sam Wilson.
Shit. Well, while you think about that, we got the next tag team, but let's see this power level. And which is weird because if Daredevil can lift 800 pounds and the Kingpin just fucking murks him, just imagine because the Kingpin is pure um brute strength, and he Captain America can't even beat the Kingpin.
I'm about to find it right here.
Who wins, the Kingpin or Omni Man?
So we got
I think Omni Man will win that because Spider Man would kill Kingpin. Oh, Spider Man almost did kill Kingpin.
so athlete level and or higher than athlete level. We got Nightcrawler who could do 300, Bullseye who could lift 300, Iron Fist 300 without his chi, Hawkeye, Taskmaster, and Black Widow. Right, so that's specific athlete level. Then you got peak human form, which Hellcat, Crossbones. Crossbones is near 800.
What up, Crows?
Dakin is near 800.
Taking his Wolverine's son,
So Daredevil, all right, Daredevil and Moon Knight,
right?
huh? Yeah,
Taking
Dakin
his
is
Wolverine's
Wolverine's son.
Okay.
Daredevil and Moon Knight, they kind of what the fuck? They nerfed them a little bit. They're at 450. Punisher's at 500. Kingpin's at 650.
Okay.
Right? I'm trying to see where Black Panther's at 800 without his suit. Then
But that's with the herb.
Then we're seeing Superhuman. Superhuman is all 1,000 pound and up. Then we got the people who lift the tons. I'm trying to see. So they said that Sam Wilson was at a power level 6. And I'm trying to see. Strange.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you said it was 300. Could have swore you said Sam Wilson was 300.
No, I didn't even. I was trying to see Sam Wilson.
Oh, I thought he was one of the people that you
No, keep talking about. I'm gonna read this again real quick.
shit. But yeah. So showed. Oh, he's getting his ass. But one of the things about Spider Man.
I can hear you though.
Oh, okay. One of the things about Spider Man and Kingpin is like we said, Kingpin beats Captain America more than not in the comics in the fight. Brute strength and it's very durable and shit. But Kingpin, when he found out that Peter Parker's identity, he had someone shoot Aunt May, and Peter Parker went unhinged. And at this time, Kingpin was in jail, so Spider-Man broke into the jail and took Kingpin out of his cell, took off his mask, and beat the shit out of Kingpin. And he told him, he's like, "Yo, he's like, Spider-Man doesn't kill people." And he told him, he's like, "Yeah, Spider-Man's not gonna kill you. Peter Parker's gonna kill you. And you have until if Aunt May dies, you die." And he beat him to a bloody pulp, like it was the worst beating that anybody's ever seen. And he goes, "Yo, you do know you're making a mistake by letting me live." And Parker goes, "Everyone in here just seen me beat the shit out of you. You're not that bad of a dude anymore to them. And just wait, because if Aunt May dies, I'm coming back for you." Like, imagine like how really strong Spider-Man is. Like, because he's technically stronger than Captain America, but just think, he almost beat Kingpin to death because he was mad and unhinged. And that's the Kingpin, who ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how really strong he is. And then people want to say stuff like, oh, if Batman had time to plan, if Spider-Man really punched him, he might fucking break his face. You know, that's something that people don't bring into consideration either. It's like Batman has gotten hit before. Like Bane outsmarted Batman.
And real fucked up Batman.
Yeah, like and Spider-Man is his athleticism and his agility is fucking higher than most people that you give credit to. And remember, he has fucking webs that shoot out. Like he has gadgets and shit that Batman can't plan for. Like, you know, the whole strategy shit. Like, unless Batman's gonna catch fucking Spider-Man with another spider or some shit, like in a trap, even though he wouldn't be able to because Spider-Man has the Spidey sense. You know, like the crazy shit is, if you really think about it, like the two dangerous heroes in DC and in Marvel is Spider-Man and the Flash. Like, there was this one time that people were sitting around and they're talking about their interactions with superheroes and like, oh, you don't want to go to Gotham because of Batman. It's like, nah, fuck it. Batman just beat the shit out of you and throw you in jail. And you don't want to go to where's Superman at?
Superman's Metropolis.
You don't want to go to Metropolis because, you know, Superman's there. It's like, psh, Superman would just detain you and throw you in jail. The real fucking guy is the Flash. Like, there was one time I was gonna rob a bank and he just dropped me off in the middle of the Sahara Desert. It took me a year to get home. And there was one time that he did some shit and he put me in some shit, and I'm sitting there for fucking 6 months, and it's with a blink of an eye. And the worst part is that he fucking talks to you while you do it. Like, he tries to reason with you. He tries to, like, ask you if you're really about this. And they're playing poker, and the guy's like, well, shit, I don't know what you're talking about. It's easy to rob from Star City. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I just robbed the bank from here. He goes, oh, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And then at the door is the Flash, like, hey, guys, you want to give back that money or no? And they're like, oh, shit. Like, they all just start like, please, please. Like, everyone's afraid of the fucking Flash.
Yo. So going back to Samuel's thing, he's got normal strength.
Yeah.
So that was around 300 pounds.
I mean, which is realistic because he's just a fucking human. You know, and for normal strength, 300 pounds is still fucking relatively strong.
Yeah.
You know, but you also have to
Only 120.
Yeah, you have to remember his intelligence. He has the wings. He has the
vibranium wings.
Yeah, what is it? The red eagle, red one.
The little fucking
the bird machine with him.
Yeah, god damn it, because
the droid.
It's an actual bird. I knew what the fuck it was, but now it's a drone. It's like it's a drone.
Yeah.
Drone. Yeah.
So all right. So the next matchup here is the women's. What?
Red Wing.
Red Wing. I knew it was red something. The next matchup here is Captain Marvel and Jean Grey versus Supergirl and Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, the one where Flash talks to the trickster and he's like, you guys just don't understand. He's off his meds. And he goes to the bar and he's talking to him and he helps him get back on his meds. He walks him back. Like, that was another thing that people loved the fucking Flash, because even though you're a criminal, he like legitimately wants to fucking figure out what's wrong with you. You know, and like he'll help you and shit. Like that's something that people don't understand about comics. It's like, yeah, Batman is vengeance, Superman is perfect, but the Flash is someone who really gives a shit. Yeah. He's from what
willpower.
Yeah, from what Cap was telling me, he's the heart of the Justice League. You know, he's the guy that sacrifices himself. He's the one that everybody like basically holds the moral compass to. Like, because even though Batman and Superman they hold each other in high regard, it's like Flash is the one that's like, nah, we gotta make this decision. Like, this is the right thing to do. I mean, it makes sense because he saw his mom die, and he had to do it so that way he didn't fucking destroy the planet. You know what I'm saying? He ruined the timeline because he tried to save his mom, and he learned, like, you know what? There's certain things you can do and certain things you can't do, and you gotta just fucking deal with it. So you gotta, But yeah. All right. So who wins that tag team?
Question: are we giving Jean the Phoenix Force, or is it just Jean Grey?
The picture that he's showing, it looks like she's the Phoenix. She's wearing the green suit with the thing, but he said Jean Grey.
Well, if it's Phoenix Force, Captain Marvel Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
Because I already told you, Storm beat Wonder Woman's ass while she had Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Now, if it's just Jean Grey, I mean, we all seen X-Men 97 and 95 and 94, 93, 92. She's useless. But Scott, I moved the book.
Yeah, and I think Wonder Woman would be too powerful for her to control with her mind.
Yeah.
But now Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a 2-on-1 at that point. And 2-on-1s are difficult to...
So you're going with Supergirl and...
No, I'm going with...
Not for tour.
If she's in her Phoenix uniform and whatever picture you're looking at...
Yeah.
Then I'm going Captain Marvel and Jean Grey.
All right.
That Phoenix Force puts it over the top.
So you made the right answer. That was our secret answer of the day. No, but yeah, I think there's one more.
Are you actively driving with a fucking canary or something?
Well, you know that Joe moonlights as the brown canary.
I've been muting myself. I've been doing good. My bad. I missed that one.
That's all good. So good.
You've been muting yourself except for the last 15 minutes of tweets.
So
you gotta let me know, man.
He goes, I think this is the last one, but this is a good one. Iron Man and Spider-Man versus Cyborg and the Blue Beetle.
Which Blue Beetle? Jaime?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Blue Beetle because the way he asked that, you could tell that's a monster. The way he asked, which one? Because if it's the one I'm thinking about, nobody's winning.
So,
but go ahead, my bad.
So a little history thing. The original Blue Beetle was just a guy in a beetle suit, right? That just walked around and he fought crime, kind of like Batman.
Dan Garrett, and then they went to Trent Cord.
Yeah, and then what happened was that it was the new Blue Beetle has alien tech in him that it goes to the strongest person and it basically destroys planets. But what happened was that it attached itself to someone who was psychopathic, and this person just like a fucking went like crazy with it, and the Blue Beetle itself jumped off of her and was like, "Fuck that!" Like fuck that, and found Jaime. It was like, "Yo, I'm ready to. You ain't this.
I'm
bitch.
done.
Yeah, save me." Like he saw the true measure of crazy and was like, "Nah, these planets.
I'm good."
Yeah, like nah, you know something. I don't need all that shit in my life. I'll give you a gun, you shoot whoever you want, but don't do that shit to me.
You know what? You right. That's the fucking live meaning of that. You know what? You right.
Word. Yeah, I'm gonna lead. He turned into Chris Tucker. You one crazy bitch.
Yo, I'm gonna give the edge to Cyborg and Beetle because Tony Stark's suit can be corrupted by Cyborg and taken over.
Okay.
And I honestly believe Blue Beetle's the Scarab would be able to find a way around Spidey's spider sense. And at that point, it's now somebody that can conjure up weapons versus a dude who's just gonna swing and kick at you.
Yeah. So, besides the software in Iron Man's suit, whose armor or suit is better, Cyborg's or Iron Man?
Well, I mean, you gotta give it to Cyborg because that's literally his fucking body. Like a suit of armor is not gonna be better than the actual fucking body you were in. Like,
And he's still made from the mother box.
no, I think he has in the comics. I think he has a different origin.
Is
They
it
just did that
that
in the movie
Prometheum?
to tie him into the movie.
That Prometheum shit that we was talking about is
Yeah, that's not mother box technology.
Okay. But I mean, you see, this is I like hearing shit like this from Cap because even though Cap has his favorites, he's objective. Where there's certain people like they'll explain shit to you, but it wouldn't be like technically he could just fucking hack in the Iron Man suit and just do this, or like you could give. Oh, all right, there's one more, Cap. Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch versus Dr. Fate and who's the chick that's with the hat?
Zatanna?
Yeah. It's
Scarlet
funny.
Witch can literally rewrite reality. Dr. Fate is akin to Doctor Strange, but Zatanna is literally a fucking magician.
Yeah, so get this shit. This guy who the variant comics, you seen that shit? He kind of looks like Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah.
He said almost the exact thing. He said, Wanda alone, with 3 words, no more mutants, wiped out a whole race of mutants. I'm giving this shit to Wanda.
Yeah.
Wanda Doctor Strange. It's like she's so powerful she can say no more mutants, and she wiped them out. Yeah, no, there's nothing Dr. Fate.
Yo,
This chicken.
Look up Zatanna. What's her powers? Magic. Okay. So you can do magic. Good for you. Wanda rewrites realities, bitch. She, you know how women sit there and go, "Oh, it took 9 months and I developed a child within me and I brought life into this world." Cool. Wanda did that twice out of nothing but her fucking thought. I got you right here. Abilities. Mastery of various forms of magic. Primarily commands magical energies, cosmic forces, spellcasting through speaking commands, backwards, although not required, occult, and so she's a what do you call it? An expert in the occult and demon shit. Master of actual stage magic and escape artist. She's just a fucking magician.
Yeah,
And if anybody knows, we brought up D&D, right? A lot of fucking spell components are verbal, speaking, semantic, hand motion, and material. You need something to cast. And what happened the last time? Wanda showed up against somebody who had to use their mouth for some shit.
He just took his mouth
She
out.
took her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She essentially will cast the silent spell, and then there goes your spellcaster.
And my man said, "What mouth?"
Does that guy eventually get a movie? Like that's who I thought Thunderbolt was, but I'm a rookie. When I said Thunderbolt, that's who I thought was the movie. But I saw that as a new group.
Oh, you talking about
see?
Black Light,
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. Nah,
Yeah,
Thunderbolt was
that's
from
who I thought was getting a movie.
Nah, it would have been the Inhumans because Inhumans are basically the mutants that Marvel made after Fox bought the X-Men.
No,
Oh,
Inhumans have been around for longer than that. Inhumans are directly tied into what the Celestials were doing.
okay.
Because
So
originally the Celestials and what do you call it? You got me with the fucking names, Cocotazo and all that other shit. You
the Eternals,
Icarus
the Eternals.
and Guitar and all them. They actually mess with like the DNA of fucking Cro-Magnon man and fucking Neanderthals and Homo sapiens back in the day.
Ah,
And they mess with it so much that now when you go undergo the transformation of the fucking mist, which it's been a while since I've read an Inhuman comic, but there's that whole stasis where you get hit with the blue mist, you essentially fossilize like a cocoon, and then when you break out, your body has now evolved into a different state, and you are inhuman, and it's akin to being a mutant. The only difference is you have to actually be around the fucking mist.
ah. Where a mutant, you just have to be in a high level of stress to activate your mutant.
But you're also born with it. Somewhere along the line,
You're gonna activate it.
somebody had to have had the right genes to display a mutation once it got to you.
Okay.
I
Now
do got a question before you guys change the
Terrigen
subject.
there, yeah. That's a good question, show.
Huh?
No, I heard y'all talking, so I stopped. I was
Oh,
racing. But anyways,
oh, good.
what's the power level of the Joker? That's one guy I always wanted to know how good he was, or he's what you wanted from that one-on-one where I'm gonna kill you. He's
So
heartless.
so if the Joker fought anybody one on one, the Joker's getting his ass handed to him. The only thing that puts the Joker on over in any fight is the fact that he's unpredictable. He catches you when you're off guard. He has weaponry. He has his Joker gas. Like if you did an all-out even, you stand on one side of the octagon, I stand on this side of the octagon, and we have a legitimate hand-to-hand fight, you beat his ass, show.
His superpowers is thinking, basically. But go ahead.
Yeah.
No, if you want to give him superpowers, it's his ability to manipulate. That would be his greatest strength.
Yeah.
But trust me, if they put Arthur Fleck, if they put that Joker in front of me, I would get arrested for beating a corpse.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of beating, I have one more. I forgot there was one more. This one might be just as easy, but
Another one.
Green Arrow and the Flash versus Quicksilver and Hawkeye.
Green Arrow and the Flash. The Flash is immensely faster than Quicksilver is. Quicksilver, I believe, tops out at breaking the sound barrier. And the Flash is so fast that Hawkeye would take the arrow out of his quiver, shoot a Green Arrow, let go, and that arrow would be back in his quiver, and the Flash would be sitting there going, check the number of arrows you got. And Hawkeye'd be like, what the fuck? Then the Flash would come up and look at Quicksilver and be like, what? You didn't see that coming?
Okay, so
that's a little unfair.
Yeah. Hawkeye versus Green Arrow. Who's the better archer?
Hawkeye. Remember, Green
He
Arrow.
shoots
is
other
not like-
stuff.
Green Arrow is not like what you saw on Arrow. That was Batman. Green Arrow does have hand-to-hand combat, but Clint is better trained in hand-to-hand combat. Hawkeye is good at marksmanship, but Clint is a better marksman. Hawkeye can use more weaponry. Hawkeye has better agility. He's literally a trained fucking acrobat. He is the man that they picked initially to replace Steve Rogers. They gave him the shield. And when I say they, shield, gave the shield to Clint. Nobody in DC is going to be like, all right, well, we need a new... Batman's out. Somebody needs to take the mantle. Oliver, Ollie, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oliver. That's not even a good name.
Word.
Fuck, I had a question for you about this whole Oh, can we make this a triple threat? Can we bring that guy Will Smith from the Suicide Squad?
That was Deadshot.
Deadshot.
And I think Deadshot would be better suited for Bullseye, no? Or
Yeah, Deadshot would be better suited for Bullseye. And I think I'd have to... I mean, Bullseye is enhanced, technically. He does have the shit in his spine that gives him a little more of an advantage. And Bullseye can hit with anything, right? And Deathshot is purely just guns. Like, I doubt that you can give him anything and he's fucking that good at it. He's just so proficient with guns.
Well, I was comparing them because I thought the other two were shooters too.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
the
bow and
arrows.
arrow is different than... It's a different operating system than a gun is.
who would be, well, because Deathstroke is Deadpool, but who's Deadshot? Is that Bullseye? Like,
Deadshot doesn't... I don't... Bullseye would be his equivalent.
all right. Speaking of Bullseye, show, you saw the first 2 episodes of Daredevil, and you came in hot saying we got a new mayor. So tell us how you liking the series so far?
It's
You-
amazing.
Oh, there you go. All right. So yeah, but this last episode that we saw, it's almost the straw that broke the camel's back for Deadpool and Kingpin. Where
mean,
Kingpin, with Daredevil, sorry, is trying to not be the violent, what's the 7 deadly sins?
Anger?
Huh?
Anger?
No, Wolverine was possessed by one and beat the shit out of Daredevil. This is when Daredevil was the priest.
So,
It's
sloth,
not rage.
envy. I think it is rage.
Wrath?
Wrath.
Okay, so he's trying not to be the wrath that fuels him, because he did say, he's like, yo, this is wrath, and this is also what makes, like, I know deep down inside of me I have this and I want to fight. Like, I want to fight this guy, and that's why they took over Wolverine, because Wolverine wants to do it too. And when he realized what it was, and Wolverine he wasn't being possessed anymore, Wolverine was like, yo, no hard feelings, bub. And he's like, you cool with it? He's like, it's not the first time I've been possessed by some shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it just unlocks my inner animal. But like he has. If anybody knows, if you watch the Netflix version of Daredevil, and you watch this, he has anger issues. He has issues where he wants to fight. He wants to kill people. He wants to punish people, but he's trying to prevent that from happening because he doesn't want to be that person. Kingpin is naturally a leader, and he's naturally, you're gonna submit to me. You don't challenge me. You do what I say, and if you do challenge me, I'll break your fucking bones. So what happened? Vanessa challenged him, and it's like a bunch of people are testing his gangster, and he's like, you don't understand. I'm trying to do this the right way. And Daredevil is like the two opposite ends of the coin. You're trying to do this a better way, a different way, and you keep fucking with me, and I might have to lock you in a cage for the rest of your life while I eat my dinner. And Deadpool's out here. I'm gonna fuck you up again. And him talking to Punisher, like Punisher said, he's like, you asked for permission.
Yeah. Yo, that scene with the Punisher turned the whole episode.
Yeah.
Because that episode was a run of the mill. It's like, all right, this is a filler episode. I literally, outside of the Punisher scene and the one scene with the cop in the courthouse, I cannot tell you what happened in that episode. I legit, I almost was gonna watch it again before showing up here.
And the niece.
Huh?
The niece. None of you fucking cops give a shit. He's just another Spanish man that died. Like, yo, dude, when you watch this episode, the White Tiger's niece fucking goes off. Like, there's a lot of things that are said in this show that is like, wow. I'm surprised Disney did that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you're gonna compare, it's kind of like what they wanted to say with Captain America and Winter Soldier. But it's almost like because you're talking about Spanish people, it's easier to say it than to say it as said.
No, I was gonna say I think that they're getting away with it here because they already had an established world where this type of speech was acceptable.
Okay, yeah.
Where you don't have to be afraid of this because the source material they're going off of already existed in a world where this was palatable. Where Sam Wilson, you could do it, but you kind of got to tiptoe because before Sam had it, the good old white boy had it, and none of this was an issue.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My apologies. My apologies. So I didn't hear your question. I was ordering food.
I asked you how you liking this new Daredevil show.
Okay. Whenever you're ready for me to answer, let me know. I know
You good?
Cap was in the middle of talking.
No, you good? He finished?
Oh, I love it. It's like, so far from what I've seen, it feels like a movie series. Like, this is so great. We need to make it 8 episodes. Like, there was a movie like this that I was like, damn, I wish it was like this, a series, not a movie. Like, it was too much in one movie. But it's awesome because it's shot like a movie. Like, it feels like I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. The show is awesome. The way it looks, the way it feels. It doesn't feel like a show. Like, it feels good.
Kind of like the Penguin series.
Correct. Like a standalone.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that fucking She-Hulk was kiddish. Like, you could feel the Marvel coming out of the MCU. Yeah, you could feel the Disney in it. This is a fucking movie. Like, whoever shot this should make a movie. The Daredevil movie.
Yeah. And the crazy shit.
Even the look.
That She-Hulk has had some difficult court sessions because she is a lawyer, and she had some difficult court sessions with Thanos' brother and all the other shit. Like, they could have did, like, you don't have to go that deep into her story with Thanos' brother, but they could have had some shit where it's like it was a bunch of like women power, but you could have also shown her as a lawyer.
We did that episode where we went episode by episode and remade it. Immortal Man.
Yeah.
Killing himself again and again to get out of marriages. That could have been the fucking court scene where real lawyering had to take place. And not just women sitting there going, all right, this dude's a piece of shit. How can we secretly get him to pay alimony to everybody?
Yeah.
When you could have actually had the fucking argument. Is what he's doing wrong by the standard of the law?
Yeah.
Not your morals, not what you think, by the standard of the law. Do I have to have this man walk away free? Like that, those are interesting concepts that they didn't do because they don't know fucking.
Yeah, because they look past everything that makes She-Hulk, and just said, let's put a big green fucking woman Hulk on screen, and then try to attach everything else in it. Because it was cool to see Blansky in there, but it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary for the She-Hulk show. Neither was Wong. It was cool to see him in there, but they weren't necessary. But yeah,
I
agree.
Know what it is? They got hung up on. At the time, we can't use Deadpool. We need our own Deadpool. But this is a character that breaks the fourth wall, and then they just missed the mark on it.
Yeah. No, it's true, but I agree with Show 100%. This is like a movie, and it's like a well written movie that doesn't tell you what's going on to your face, but you watch what's happening. Like I just watched Brooklyn's Finest again, and that was a bunch of the story was in the acting. I mean, in the action. Like you hear a bunch of talking, you hear a bunch of this, a bunch of that, and it's kind of like real life. It's like a bunch of conversations that really don't mean nothing that you're just privy to. And then you see the guy's actions like, okay, now I understand what he's doing. Like you hear him talking like, yo, I got to get the fuck out of this house. And then he's like, oh, he's going to steal the money. And it's because he's actually looking up witnesses and all that other shit. You see, you put two and two together. This one is, the cop. You assume that the cop fucking killed White Tiger. And so did Murdoch. And when Murdoch realized, yo, this guy didn't kill White Tiger, he's like, oh, okay. So it's possible that it wasn't Punisher. We don't know until we see how he interacts with the Punisher and shit. Because most shows would just straight out be like, nope, it was a vigilante group that the Punisher doesn't know about and doesn't give a fuck about that did it. And they would have started the show with that.
Yeah.
But it is good to see this level of commitment to a prior show and a story. Because it's more than just Daredevil fighting with his inner demon and Fisk trying to be the mayor. Because it's also now the people in New York, the minorities, how different everyone is. Why you need someone to stand up because you can't trust the people in power to protect you. And I hope that there's more of a Daredevil going, shit, maybe I was wrong for hanging up the boots.
Yo, that's exactly what the fuck Frank told him. Yo, that fucking moment where Matt's like, he got life, talking about Bullseye.
Yeah.
He got life, and Frank's like, yeah, what did Foggy get?
He didn't even want to say his name. No, but it's true. Like, yo, when you watch this episode show, you're gonna see what we're talking about. But yeah, it's a man that lived through his grief trying to point out to another man that's going through it, bro, you're not fooling me. You can lie to yourself all you want, but I know exactly what the fuck you're doing. And here, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that scene was powerful. That was like, that was one of those, all right, the Punisher really gives a shit about this fucking guy, because why would he say that to someone he doesn't give a shit about? You know?
Yeah.
But
Yo,
like I said,
I might have misheard you this morning. My bad. I was muting myself because I heard you talking again.
Oh, no, but you might have misheard me. For what?
Uh-oh, they got him. He mentioned Kevin Feige's name before. Now Marvel stopped. They shut him down.
Oh, shit. You damn right you misheard me, boy.
I guess we'll never know what show misheard.
You probably thought I was saying that there was only 2 episodes.
So I just confirmed there's indeed 9 episodes. We have a 2-episode drop tonight, and 3 more episodes to go. Which I'm assuming something big happens, because the one thing we haven't talked about is the ending, the little tag, where we saw for the first time Muse drag a body into his lair
And start sucking out his blood.
and drain his blood in order to gain the the medium in which he paints his fucking art.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're seeing him. So
Yeah.
now my question is that the last time we're seeing the Punisher?
Nah. Because we gotta resolve the whole Punisher force on the police force.
Yeah.
He's got to deal with that. Now, is this the last time? Is this the one and only time we see the Punisher in season 1? I don't know. That might be the case. Because I don't know the set photos that I saw. I don't know what season they're in, since they basically have like filmed them
Back to back,
essentially.
because I mean, like, I get it. Like, we're used to that now with there's only 2 episodes of Daredevil and She-Hulk, and then he was in Echo for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Which, not for nothing, it would kind of be dope to fucking see Echo again.
I don't know. I think her shit with Fisk is done.
I think so too. It's like there's no reason for her to come back, because she was supposed to try to take over the shit, and then she just went home and
showed him his childhood bedroom like this.
Yeah, so maybe if she comes back, it's probably gonna be because something else. You know,
Maybe if there was a small rumor going around that they might reboot the Defenders show.
yeah,
Maybe she shows up for that.
possibly. But she was a good actress. I liked her in Echo. Now, this is the thing, because even though that episode was strong, if you think about it, that episode wasn't a fuller episode. That episode was a conclusion to what was happening at the moment, and now we can start something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, all right, the White Tiger's done, the Punisher and and the Matt Murdock's guilt had that conversation where he's basically trying like, oh, it's okay to be Daredevil again. He goes up to the roof to practice his shit.
Fisk, we
Kingpin,
found out what happened with the guy that Vanessa cheated with.
yeah, Kingpin is like looking like old Kingpin again. And then they introduce Muse. So we could be getting episode 1 and 2. Like another episode 1 and 2.
This would be the only series in history that had three different pilot episodes within one.
Word. But it's dope. I like that, where it's, this is the story, this is what's happening, and this is how we got to this part, and now we get the real show.
Well, if you know anything about anime, like anime has arcs. So the first 2 episodes were the Netflix arc. The next few were the White Tiger arc. Now we're in the Muse arc.
Yeah. And it works. It works.
I hope you haven't found my question too hard.
What's your question?
My question was this: I heard you say this morning that Foggy was in jail.
No, so I was telling you the story that Cap told me about. In the comics, Foggy went to a jail, and
I misheard you.
Yeah, and Carnage went to go kill him, and
Yeah, so essentially what happened was Foggy Nelson was in one of the maximum security prisons, visiting one of the clients. There was a riot. A whole bunch of prisoners got out. Carnage actually got out, recognized the scent of Foggy, went out to get him. The whole time, Sentry is just sitting in his cell, not moving. He then hears that Carnage is close to getting Foggy. He leaves, grabs Carnage, goes straight into space, and chucks this motherfucker as far as he can, and then comes back and goes sit in his cell. And Marvel actually used that moment to be like, well, that's how we get rid of Carnage for a while. And Carnage was out for like almost a year or 2.
Damn.
Finding his way back to Earth.
He told me the story right before I go watch the show. So I go watch the show. I'm like, yeah, Foggy about to fly. Something's about to happen. First fucking 5 minutes. Bang! Foggy dead. Fuck! What happened? So you lied.
gotta keep you on your toes.
Yo, that scene with Daredevil and Bullseye. Charlie Cox said that he had to learn not only the fight choreography, but the knife choreography, because he would sit there and be like, dodge, dodge, the third one hits, but there's nothing there. They CG'd all the fucking knives. So he's doing the thing with punch, punch. All right, dodge that knife. Shit, I got hit with that knife. Acting, and nothing is hitting him. He said it's one of the hardest things he had to do. End.
Yeah. And it's funny because he threw some of those back at Bullseye. He took it out of him and threw it back at Bullseye like,
fuck you.
Yeah. And then he was throwing the sticks and shit. So, I mean, that was a dope fucking scene.
Yeah, but that's why Charlie Cox is probably, I'm going to say, top 5 Marvel casting jobs.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chadwick is Panther.
Perfect.
And who's the other
Helmsworth.
one?
I would say Helmsworth. Helmsworth is good Thor.
I mean, Thor's really not that
Loki.
fucking dumb.
Loki is perfect.
Yeah,
bro.
There's no other better Loki I could have fucking think of.
It's funny because he auditioned for Thor originally.
He might have did a good job with that. He's so good. His accent, his evil look. Nah. Yeah. You could tell he's a good actor, bro.
I don't know if he on that frame could have gotten as big as Hemsworth though.
Yeah.
No. I'm a god, you dog creature. That's my favorite fucking scene. And I'm
Yo, did you guys know that in Spider-Man No Way Home, there's a spot, I think they're on the Statue of Liberty, where Goblin is throwing the pumpkin bombs or the daggers.
Yeah.
Tom Holland dodged them the exact same way Toby did in his movie.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
That's dope.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Little tidbit.
Yeah. I mean, it goes to show you the Spidey sense is strong.
And also the fight scene between Wolverine and Deadpool, that first one in the void. The punches that Wolverine was throwing and the way Deadpool was dodging. Again, it's the same exact way as Flash Thompson and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in the first film.
Oh shit.
Is this done intentionally?
Yeah.
Well, remember, Deadpool is a huge fan of Spider-Man. Like, he's almost obsessed with Spider-Man.
Is he ever gonna make one of the movies?
It would be dope, but they're only allowed to use Spider-Man with so many times.
Yeah.
That's why they
Maybe
covered up his
Secret War
face.
would be the best spot.
Yeah, they covered up his face in Deadpool and Wolverine. They covered up Tom Holland's face in the picture that they showed when he was doing the interview with Sonny, with Happy.
Really?
Yeah. If you watch that movie again, he's doing an interview to try to become an Avenger, and you look at the picture of Happy and Spider-Man. Oh no, of Tony and Spider-Man, and they have something in front of Spider-Man's picture because they can't even show him in the picture because that would be considered one of the uses for him.
So they bought the rights to use them a certain amount of times?
Sony was like, you can have this character, but you only have him for a certain amount of showings.
Yeah, it's an agreement. They didn't buy the rights back.
Oh, we got to use them correctly because we only got 5 users.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid because Sony keeps making these bullshit ass fucking Spider-Man movies or Spider-Verse movies just to keep the rights to them.
Yeah, sell them to me. Sell them to me at a good price. You know, I'll give you 500 million or whatever. I don't know how much money you plan to make off of Spider-Man.
All Sony need to do is go make us the executive producer and give us some off the top. They'll make billions of dollars off of the strength of Marvel.
Yo, here's a question for you guys. If you had infinite money, what form of entertainment do you think that is fledgling would you buy to save?
So basically what he's saying is, what would we save with our money? All right.
XFL, like, type of stuff. I know. I've been around Cap long enough to know or actually guess what the word is that he's saying.
Context clues.
I heard fedulence. I was like, okay, keep talking. Okay, I know what it means.
Yeah. He was over here like, well, he ain't talking about Nathan hot dog.
Word, that's not a drink from Starbucks. They get a fedulence venti latte.
Shit, that sounds like a crime. You do 3 to 5 with that one. Shit.
But go ahead, because I totally. I'm gonna let you answer first because I laughing. I forgot the question.
I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
Like if I had infinite money, the example I would give is I'd buy Lucasfilm so I can turn around and save Star Wars and put it back to what it's supposed to be.
Really? You wouldn't buy the Dungeons and Dragon name?
Well, that was the example.
Okay, my bad. My bad. I thought you. I said, damn, he picked something
My,
else.
my answer would be Wizards of the Coast, so that I can go back to what made Dungeons and Dragons so fucking good.
I think fuck, I'm a little torn. It's either Power Rangers,
Ooh,
WCW,
ooh.
or the Ninja Turtles.
Well, the Ninja Turtle's still hot.
Power Rangers is about to get a Disney Plus fucking series.
Are they?
I've seen
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Oh shit.
but it doesn't look kiddie. Like the Power Rangers look adult-ish. Well, the actual uniform. I haven't seen the people.
All right. Uh, Mr. Loki, part 3 of Across the Spider Verse. Um, I think they postponed that shit indefinitely. 'Cause they postponed it a couple times. I don't think they're coming out with that shit now.
They gonna dip the Catwomen. Was it Catwomen or Batwomen? What was it that they just made
Batgirl,
it disappear?
Batgirl.
Catgirl. She.
Yeah.
What a waste.
And and the crazy shit is I went to the movies to watch that Spider. I didn't know it was a part 1. So I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, why does this shit feel like it's about to end? And it ended. I was like, you motherfucker.
They
So
got it.
reports are putting it out to possibly 2027.
There you go. 2 more years.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that
Right,
shit during COVID. So that was 2020, 21. Part 2 is 27. This is 6-7 years we've been waiting for this shit. Fuck out of here.
hey, we got the part 2 to the Incredible Hulk a long time from like a couple of years after, so we good.
15 years
It just
later.
came out this year.
Yeah. That wasn't something that we needed a part 2 of. You know what's funny? They asked Kevin Feige, and he said the only person that he does not want back is Edward Norton, the guy who played the Hulk in the Incredible Hulk.
Yo, because Edward Norton's a fucking idiot.
It wasn't that bad.
No, so the thing is,
No,
like
no, the
behind the
actor
scenes,
is
he
not
wanted to
bad,
he
but-
wanted to rewrite the movie and put all this shit in it. Like from what
You
we
bugging.
understand, he was just too much of a pain.
Nigga, you an actor. Don't come to my house and tell me to rearrange my sofa. What's wrong with you?
Word.
I'm paying you to do something else. You come here and you do what I'm paying you to do.
Word. Only Henry Cavill could fucking tell me this ain't the right sword.
Been
So,
working
what
for a
would you say
while,
if
brother.
you had infinite money?
So, what would you say if you had infinite money?
If I had infinite money, who would I? I would. Damn, that is a good question. I wouldn't buy Sony because they keep giving the rights away. I would say I would buy Sony and take all the characters and work in conjunction with the MCU. Forget that appearance bullshit. Give me a percentage.
I like that word. So, in conjunction.
Yeah, let's work together. I'm sorry, I've been around your brother too long. My words are
Word.
just fasculating into my brain. But anyways, uh, um,
He's making his own words up. Nah,
see, that's it, Cap. You got me going. Brain is fucking.
the thesaurus.
I don't even know how to spell that. Fuck.
Yeah. THAT. That's how you spell that.
TH
I would-
Horus.
I wonder if we could work in conjunction to the point where I'm gonna give you Spider-Man. Just tell me when you need him. Like a song. Like you want to sample my song? That's cool. I'm gonna let you borrow him. Give me a fee.
Yeah.
But I do want to see what you're gonna do with him, because he is my character, and I want a certain percentage of the movie. Stuff like that. Like, let's work out business. This is mine. I'm gonna let you borrow my car. make it look good, because I don't know how to drive it like you, but I need a percentage. I'm gonna make money off of my character without having to do shit. You do it. Do your movie, bring me my cut.
Yo,
You
what's
pimping out
hilarious is the way
Spider-Man.
you're explaining it makes it seem like Sony owns Spider-Man and Marvel's borrowing him, where it's the other way around.
Oh, okay, my bad. I usually talk
Sony
about
has the movie
Sony fucking
rights,
up.
but
Yeah,
that's
so-
Marvel's
yeah.
character, and Marvel essentially was like, that's what Marvel did. It's like, hey, you make the movies, we see a little bit of the money,
Yeah.
and then
So-
Kevin
Smart.
Feige went, no, you guys can't make movies. We need them back.
Which is the issue. It should
Yeah,
be the other way around. We let you borrow shit because you know how to make the movies.
Yo, Sony, as a fucking scorned single mom, went, oh, you think our movies are bad? You only get visitation on the weekends then.
And we're gonna put out Venom.
I take care of your
Extra
kids
yo,
better than you do.
You get visitations only on the weekend, and you gotta take care of these other kids that ain't yours, like Morbius and fucking Venom and Madam Web.
And they were like, you know what? We'll take those kids, but we want the good kids too, like Tobey Maguire and and Garfunkel. Yeah. But yeah, man, your show. When you watch episode 3, and there's 2 more episodes tonight, 2 new ones. So you got 3 episodes in total to watch. I think you're gonna like
Mhm.
episode 3. And then
I already like
haven't
it.
seen
I heard Punisher. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard Punisher. That shit is getting getting me excited.
Frank Castle was in that episode.
The real Frank Castle. Not somebody else playing him. The guy that plays him.
Yeah, the guy
the
that
actual
played
guy
him in
from
the
White Castle was there.
Yeah.
The guy from
John
White
Burke.
Castle? Shit. What's his name? Frank Castle?
Yeah, that's
The actor.
Punisher's actual name. But no, but the actor is John Berthel, right?
John Burke. Okay. I know how they tend to bring the character and put somebody else to play it and fuck it up. So that's why I wanted to make sure.
But yeah.
Can't wait.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Tune in tomorrow for all of the signings that happened tonight and over the weekend for the NFL. Is Bronny James the GOAT now that he scored some points? And will Joe Montana and will Joe Montana ever fight LeBron James in a boxing match? Tune in tomorrow on Knucklehead Sports. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood Knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.